Good morning, it's Terry from TLC, and I wanted to put one of my favorite guys on, Archie. He was in on January the 7th, and I did a full cut on him. I used the clipper combs on him, so it was a longer cut, and they were able to keep up pretty good with the brushing and the combing. But then what's happened is we've had a lot of snow, and he likes the snow. And all his people have to do is just relax for a nanosecond, and all that gorgeous, beautiful hair will mat without any difficulty at all. Like just let your foot off the gas a little bit on brushing and combing with the doodle hair, and you've got a mess. So I'm going to turn the camera around and show you what he came in looking like. I've got one half pre-clipped almost, and the other half I've not touched. So I'm just gonna show you the trouble spots and what it looks like. The camera won't pick up the matting because it's just, you need another pair of hands and someone that's really, really skilled with photography to show you these things. But I wanna talk about it and walk you through it. Okay, so turning around to Mr. Handsome. There he is, Mr. Gorgeous. So this is what he came in. Okay, this length, quite a bit of hair on them, and this is how doodle owners really like to have their doodles. They like this much coat on them. Okay, so this isn't too bad. It's not the greatest. It doesn't look like anything, but what you've got is, again, we talked about this in a previous live stream with Archie. So these curls will curl around each other. Okay, curl around, curl around, curl around. And then you get all this matting, but you don't really realize that it's matting as a dog owner. And then you come into the professional, and the professional's like, I gotta take your dog short. Okay, so here's a big clump of matting right here. We can probably brush that out. But when you get to the leg, here, right here, that's a wall of mats. Down here, that's a wall of mats, about the size of my fist. Okay, and then when you get to the front leg here, it starts here, the matting, and it comes down, down, down. So all this piece here, that's one big huge mat, all into his chest and in his neck. This is one big wall, one big huge wall piece of mats. Down his front leg on this side. This whole leg is just one big wall of mats. The top is okay, because that's part of the problem. When you're brushing out the top coat and you're not getting down to the skin with your comb, with your greyhound comb, this is what you'll get. You'll get this top bit that's not too bad. I mean, it's not great, but it's not too bad. But it's at the skin. This is a wall of mats right here, about the size of my fist. And then this is a tube right down the front. This is all one big tube of mats. Up here, the matting starts. Can you show your head, babes? The matting starts here, at the top, right at the occipital bone of his head, and it's all in his neck. So one big huge chunk down and around in behind his ear. See that? That's just one big giant mat in behind his ear and around his neck. Right? To this side here. So that's just one big huge piece, one big wall. Goes from this part of the ear, well, it starts at the top of the head actually. Starts at the top of the head and it goes right down. Well, hello Elizabeth Van Avery from the US. All the way around, okay? And all she has to do is relax with that brush and that comb, and that's what she gets. And all the snow that we've had. So now this is the ugly part of it. I've stripped him, okay, with my 4-blade. It looks really bad right now because it's in the pre-clip stage, okay? But, so we've got this much hair left on, okay? This, big huge mat, big huge mat. This is all matted in here. This is a wall from his underneath at his elbows all the way back into his groin. That's all a wall of mats underneath, okay? Oh, poor Archie, right? And it's not due to neglect and not caring, because they are in here all the time. It's just when you've got that much coat and you've got the weather that we've got, which is a lot of snow, that's how quick it gets ahead, right? It's only been 8 weeks. 8 weeks. So imagine if it had been longer, right? If he'd have gone 10 or 12 weeks, right? It'd be that much worse. So he's gonna go short today, and we start over, and away we go. But I want to show people, because when you look at him, he just looks drop dead sexy. Doesn't look like there's anything in there, right? He looks gorgeous. But in reality, what's underneath of all that is quite matted. Oh. And I'm grateful that his mom doesn't mind me showing these kinds of things, because, you know, she's pretty shocked. She's like, I'm trying so hard, right? It's her new puppy. Yeah. He doesn't care. He's got so much attention from, you know, dogs at the dog park and the people. Archie could show up. I could strip him in Nair, and his personality shines, and he's just a great dog, you know. But it's all good. This is how we learn stuff, right? And they haven't had a dog like this before. The dog they had before this was a not even half the size, less than half the size of this, and totally different coat. But these doodle coats are just wicked to try and take care of, right? Oh, he's adorable. He smiles too. I don't know if he's gonna do it for me right now, but when he comes in here, he's like busts down my gate to get in here, and he smiles at everybody and just greets everybody and wags his tail and jumps up on the table. Like, he's a really nice dog. He's a little bit shaky now because he's on the table, right? He's like, okay, can you get on with it? But yeah, I just want to try and help people out with their doodles. It's really challenging to look after the doodle hair, right? It's really, really hard. And that's what we do. Help the dog owner maintain a coat like this so that it's not matted, and they're looking sexy all the time. Okay, I gotta get to work and get the rest of this stripped off and get to work. Or get him in the tub, sorry. Okay, have a great day, everybody. Off I go.